The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Aaron Glenn's answer when asked about the Jets running backs told us a lot about what the Jets' plans are in 2025. We'll talk about that and much more. Plus, the Sweet 16 of ASMANIAC Madness officially gets underway. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started. Man, our Jets are primed to win another offseason, baby.
I wanted this job. Put your seatbelts on and get ready for the ride. And I'm ready for it. It's all about the Jets. This is bigger than me. I look forward to this. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this.
We bleed Jets green each and every day. Will the playoff drought finally end? Kings of the offseason, baby. This is what we do. At least we have Garrett Wilson. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinn Williams. Prepare to be underdogs. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Here we go. Second show on the day. It is Tuesday, April 1st. Welcome in, everybody. Click that like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Quick PSA. The draft is coming, baby. April 24th. Jets with the number 7 pick. Come watch it with me and 300 Asmaniacs at Clinton Hall in New York City, located at 16 West 36th Street. We're throwing the biggest draft party for every Jet fan and football fan out there. Get your ticket today and lock in your spot. To do so, just click the link in the description, put in your name, your email. It will take you to the page where you buy your ticket, and boom, you are good to go. All right, let's talk about the New York Jets and specifically some comments that I think are flying under the radar from Aaron Glenn's media availability yesterday at the NFL owners meetings. Aaron Glenn was asked by 2 different reporters about the Jets' rushing attack. And he alluded in both answers to the Jets doing a certain something on offense. Now, I'm going to set this up by first playing the first question and answer that Glenn received yesterday. So this was a question to Glenn about Breece Hall. But notice where he took the answer.
I think Breece Hall, he admitted last year to losing some confidence, and he's had a little bit of an up and down a couple of years since his injury. So where do you think he's at mentally, and where do you think he fits in?
Well, I think mentally he's in a good place. But I would say that we have 3 running backs on this team that we're going to utilize as much as possible. They're all big men. They can run. They're violent. They're physical. So I think once we get a chance to get the players in and see exactly like how they operate, I think every player is going to be happy with the way that we go about this offense, and I think he's going to be one of them.
Think about it. He's asked specifically about Breece Hall, and he goes out of his way to talk about the other 2 guys in the room. So then the follow-up question was about what the Lions had in their running back room last season, and they had a 2-headed rushing attack. Here was AG with the very next question that's being asked about the Jets running backs.
In Detroit, you really had Ben had a pretty good combination there running with those 2. Is that when you were thinking about how you want your offense and envisioning your offense? Is that what you prefer, the 1-2 punch of running back as opposed to maybe the bell cow?
Well, we have good players in that position like we do. It could be 1, 2, 3 with the guys that we have. So those guys are good players. So we're going to utilize those guys. If we can get them all on the field we can at one time, we'll do that. But I know this, man, we want to be a violent, tough, physical team. And those men are really violent runners, so we want to take advantage of that.
Think about it. 2 questions there. Both times he goes out of his way to talk about using all 3 of the Jet running backs. This team is going to try and run the you-know-what out of the football. That's the game plan. That is why they obviously brought in Justin Fields, because they recognize that while he's still developing as a passer and maybe there's room for improvement there, at the bare minimum,
the guy possesses an elite ability to run the football with the ball in his hands. So you have Glenn there raving about all three of the running backs and saying he wants to use all three as much as possible. This team is going to be the closest Jet team we've seen since the Rex days to grounding and pounding. Now, it's not going to be quite like that because I think Fields is a better passer than what Mark Sanchez was as a rookie and second-year player in those regular season games. And I say that because I never, a side note, felt like Sanchez got enough credit for how well he played in the playoffs. I mean, if he played like he did in the playoffs in the regular season, it'd be a different story, but I digress. But last year, Philadelphia led the NFL in rushing attempts per game, 36.7. They won the Super Bowl. Baltimore had a great season, one of the best teams in the league. They were second in rushing attempts per game at 33.4. The Commanders, who had a great season, were at 31.3. The Lions were at 30.9. There's your top four. Green Bay, 30.6. Pittsburgh, 30.2. Buffalo, 30.2. There's your top seven. Then you get to 8, 9, and 10. The Colts at 29-2. Atlanta 29-1. Tampa 28-2. But you see a trend with the top seven. They all made the playoffs, all had really good seasons. If you could average 30 rushing attempts per game, you were a pretty good team last year. Jets are going to try and run the crap out of the football. This is going to be the ultimate run-focused offense. Fields will be a part of it. But I think those answers there continue to me to accentuate why I think they're going to take an offensive tackle at pick number 7. Yeah, they're saying AVT's going to stay at guard. I mean, that's his best position, right? So what are they going to do to try and have this offense be the offense that Glenn wants, that he's talking about there in those cuts? They're going to take a tackle at 7. And they're going to continue to drive home the point on ground and pound, run the football. That's going to be the plan. Now, you could argue they could take Warren in that scenario too, because Warren's a really good blocker. He'll help you in the run game. But I just get the feeling this is headed towards being an offensive tackle at 7. Could be wrong. But either way, whether they go Warren or a tackle at 7, this team's going to try and run the hell out of the football. And they should. Because another answer Aaron Glenn gave yesterday that I think is flying under the radar is when Rich Cimini tried to ask Aaron Glenn about Tanner Engstrand and how he's never had a quarterback like Justin Fields, a guy who could run the ball. And, you know, the Lions, while they ran the ball a lot last year, they obviously had a dynamic passing attack. And Glenn cuts Cimini off and immediately starts defending the resume of Tanner Engstrand. Take a look.
Tanner, that was a pure drop back offense, you know, with Goff. So what kind of trend? Because he's never been in an offense.
Well, it's apparent that you haven't seen what he's done over his career. Because when he was in college, under Harbaugh, he had to run an offense. So
he trusts Tanner Engstrand to call the offense the way Aaron Glenn wants it to be called. We are going to see the New York Jets run the you-know-what out of the football this year. And that is their only path to having a real season because they just don't have the weapons on the outside, and Fields has never been that guy. So those answers yesterday, no one's talking enough about them. They ask him about Brees. He highlights the other two guys as well. He cuts off a reporter to talk about how Tanner Engstrand can and will be able to call an offense that features a heavy rushing attack. That's the offense. Now, the other thing that did go through my mind in those cuts is, could Brees Hall be on the trade block? I won't lie to you. I thought about it. He's asked about Brees. He redirects it to the other two running backs. Brees is going into the final year of his deal. Could they move him for a pick and then use that pick towards some of the other needs they have on the team if they feel so good about Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis? Now, I want to be clear. I don't think the Jets are going to trade Brees, nor do I think they should trade Brees. But that's at least a conversation you have to consider when you hear an answer like that. You do. I'm sure I'll have mean people in the comments telling me, Jake, you're wrong, this, that. Like, okay. Usually when new regimes come in, there's usually a surprise move or two that happens. Remember Mangini traded away Jonathan Vilma? Rex Ryan got rid of Kerry Rhodes? Like, these things do happen. So I don't think they're going to trade Brees. I wouldn't trade Brees. I don't think he's ever been used to his full capabilities, like how the Niners have used Christian McCaffrey. I believe Brees Hall should be used in that regard. I think with Fields, it'd be great for Brees to be a weapon. You know, a guy you check it down to, but a guy you also have designed passes for over the middle of your offense. You use more in the screen game. I think Brees could have a huge year. He's playing for a contract. He wants to be paid like everyone does. Especially if they go, let's say, tackle at 7. All of a sudden, you got 4 of your 5 guys back, plus a stud you're plugging in at right tackle. Why wouldn't Brees have a big year? You know, why couldn't Brees have a season like what we just saw Derrick Henry do and Barkley do? And maybe not to that level, but a really, really good season. Like, it wasn't that long ago. We all thought Brees Hall was a safe pick to go number 1 in fantasy football because he was second in yards from scrimmage coming off an ACL injury in 2023. So I would not trade Brees. But that's the one thing I'd be remiss if I at least didn't answer there or talk about in those answers. When he's raving about all 3 and the questions is asked specifically about Brees, he doesn't say a whole lot about Brees. So just something to keep in mind there as well. Comments, questions, super chats, we'll cut the line. Another Asmaniac raffle is upon us. Get in the raffle for your chance to win a signed Joe Willie Namath old school helmet, signed Hall of Famer Don Maynard helmet, signed Hall of Famer Weeb Eubank helmet, and a signed New York Jets. I'm just kidding. It's not signed. You can't sign a ring. But a replica New York Jets Super Bowl III ring, Joe Namath's replica ring. The ring you always see me showing off on the show. We will get you another one sent in honor of our next Asmaniac raffle. So, your thoughts on those comments from Glenn. And really, here's the other question, too. That's what they want to do, right? Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face, as Mike Tyson would say. Could the Jets actually execute that offense? What's your level of confidence and them being able to do that? You let me know in the comments. 2 other things I want to hit on here. One being some other quotes from people associated with the New York Jets. First quote here is from Dan Campbell, who worked, of course, with Aaron Glenn in Detroit. Lions coach Dan Campbell said today that if Aaron Glenn can't turn around the Jets, nobody can. Ben Johnson was asked earlier today about Tanner Engstrand. And Ben Johnson raved about Engstrand and said that Aaron Glenn made the right choice hiring him to be the Jets offensive coordinator. So 2 public endorsements for the head coach and the Jets OC from people that most recently worked with them. For whatever, take that for what it's worth. The Lup Man is the first to gift a channel membership on this show, and he didn't give 1. He gifted 5.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. If you hear your name called, thank Luppy for your membership. Ashley, JLS, Hack Lumps, Manny Palucci, and Matt, all receiving channel memberships from the Lup Man. All right. Please hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I could smell memberships flying off the shelves this show. So be aware. It's a new month. Let's start April 1st with a bang with a bunch of channel memberships for the raffle. All right. Now let's talk about why most of us are here. Folks, we've made it to the Sweet 16 in Asmaniac Madness. Charles Gorman, the 1 seed, big fella, the number 4 seed, will get us started on today's show. It is a battle that has been hyped. It is a battle that people have been waiting for. And today we will find out if the big fella can knock off the number 1 overall seed in our tournament. The polls are about to open. If you're new, check the YouTube live chat and vote for which Asmaniac you want to see advance to the next round. Right now, we hand things over to Jim Nance to get us started.
It's time for Asmaniac Madness. Who will cut the nets down as the top Asmaniac for 2025? Some of you don't even care, but we do. Let's get to it.
Vote, vote, vote. We're underway here in the Sweet 16. Tomorrow on the show, in the AM, King Lowski, the 3 seed, Dave Briga, the 15 seed. Dave has the highest seed left in this tournament. He is the highest seed left in our tournament. And then the afternoon show tomorrow, Peter Castro, the number 4 seed, versus We the People, the number 8 seed in our tournament. So it's up to you, Asmaniacs. Vote, vote, vote as we get things officially underway here in our Sweet 16. Luppy with a super chat. Jake, I quit the Asmaniacs. April Fools. Just kidding. Never quitting. Luppy, you fooled me. Thank you, my man. AD Pugnant is in here. He's gifted 5 channel memberships for the people. AD, thank you very much.
Money, 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 money.
These memberships are from AD Pugnant, Ishan, Meta, TJ, Fonzie, NYJ, Darren L, and Armand, all receiving channel memberships. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you vote because you decide who advances in our tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline right now, to make his case in Asmaniac Madness, is the number 1 overall seed in our tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to say hello to Charles Gorman.
Hey, Charles! You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. Hey, Charles! I'm not saying that Lowski takes steroids. Please, some of it. Hey, Charles! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, Charles!
So I'm pulling a big fella. I'm lying on the bed like he always does whenever he calls in.
Yes!
You know what's funny? It's funny, you know, I like the big fella, but every time he calls in, he always lies on his bed. Doesn't stand up, doesn't sit his big ass down on the chair or something. Just lays down on his bed, you know? He says his wife don't sleep with him in the bed, and he said he's too damn big. I don't know about that. Maybe it's for other reasons. Maybe she prefers to sleep on the couch. I have no idea.
Whoa! Hey, Charles.
The big fella's on waiting for me, isn't he?
Hey, Charles, do you hear that?
Yes?
It's big fella music.
When he's home, his belly is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, his belly's on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. He calls the show, his belly's on the bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the jets, super chats. When the big fella sleeps alone, there's no room on his bed. Well, that's a big fella.
President Asman, thank you for bringing me to this battle. The flatulator will be vanquished. Commissioner Tom Ace, he gave me all the details, and lead detective Peter Castro did an excellent job.
Oh my God.
Flatulator, you are charged with... Alfred, my phone's not working. Okay.
You're
Alfred,
fucking rich and you can't even access your phone. You can't get your phone to work. That's a shame.
this is what you're charged with, you vile demon. Releasing toxic gas from your ass without discretion on YouTube shows. Strong-arming President Asman for money, for movies and food. Flatulator, you also have an alter ego, Charles After Dark, where you're a terror on the late night internet, showing your package to unknowing people.
What can I say? I want to show them what I got.
Talking about buttocks coitus on your show.
What's wrong with butt coitus?
Children could be watching.
Children,
well, you also have been charged with biting a chunk out of asses of harmless children.
What can I say? I love ass.
Defiling the Bobby Midnight Show was the last straw. And I've heard that you are a closet Patriot fan.
That is not true. I am never rooted for the Patriots.
You must be brought back to Arkham because
Arkham Asylum sucks. How about Rikers Island?
You will not sweet talk me. I have my bat spray. And you are going back.
I can't fucking breathe.
You are going back to Arkham. And you could bang the Joker and the Riddler like you have in the past.
I don't go that way. I prefer ladies. Maybe I'll bang Harley Quinn right in front of her pudding.
The Riddler loves you. How could you do that to the Riddler? You are evil. Mr. Flatulator. What you did to Addison is a sin.
What, farting? So like I pulled a Peter Griffin where I put his face next to my ass and I ripped one.
You made him, if it wasn't for his quick reaction time, you would have killed that man. The top.
Oh. What the fuck?
Do you need?
Can I ask you this question? How much did you get? How much did that bat suit cost you?
Bat suit. Alfred, how much did this bat suit cost?
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? ASMANIAC Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show rock.
You could tell we made it to the Sweet 16. The competition is up another level. What a start to the Gorman Big Fella Showdown. Unbelievable. Early voting. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Big Fella with a slight lead to get us going here. 54 to 46, I'm seeing. 55 to 46. 200 votes have been cast. So can the Bat Fella take down Gorman? We got a long way to go, though. We're just getting underway here. Wow. What a start. Comments, questions, super chats. Cut the line. Unbelievable. Curly with a super chat. At least it's not a wet one. Charles Gorman. What a show. Jimmy Jets in the Asmaniac raffle for 10. Hell yeah, Jimmy.
It's the Asmaniac membership raffle. For every membership gifted, you receive one ticket entered in the raffle to win epic prizes.
Speaking of epic, by the way, when Big Fella had the bat spray, that was incredible. Just want to shout that aspect out. Mojo Jets, Michael Halloran, Alec K, J-Man Hop, Bray Returns, Justin D, all receiving channel memberships. 55-45. Big Fella leading. What a performance. But as we know around here, it ain't over till Charles Gorman farts. But when he farts, it could be the end of the show. Who knows? Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. The call-in link is pinned if you want to weigh in. Let's go to the calls right now. Let's say hello to a guy that we love and we respect around these parts. The Kyle Clifton. Hello, Kyle.
What's going on, Jake?
Kyle?
This show is getting batsuit crazy.
Well done.
So, I went into this matchup thinking, Charles hasn't really brought it. Like, he's been a little lackluster. He's lacked energy at some points. And now he's right up there, glasses off, challenging the big fella. Got a little sass to him. I clearly had Charles in my bracket going to the Final Four. Lately, I had been leaning towards switching over towards the big fella. I haven't voted yet, and I don't know what I'm going to do. And I don't think I'm any different than any other callers. I think that there are some people who are going to be weighing this pretty heavily.
You could tell there's a lot of people that want to see this play out before casting their vote.
Yep. Especially since the big fella is going through a great expense and effort to put the shtick together. So it's pretty interesting.
I did like Gorman asking him how much the bat suit cost. I thought that was a good line.
Yes, very good. Just per your comment around the running backs, I mean, this kind of goes to what I was saying about you have to listen on Brees, right? Like, if someone comes in and gives you an offer you wouldn't expect, since he's in the last year of his deal, you have to listen. That doesn't mean you don't like the player. It might not. It just might mean he's not the best for what they want to do, or maybe he's kind of underperformed and they want to hit the reset button at that position. But if they got wowed and they were able to add an extra pick, and maybe suppose they love some of the backs that they might be able to get on day two, maybe that's something that they might be willing to do. Again, that does not mean that you or I or anyone is really advocating for the the trade of Brees, you got to be nimble, right? Like when you're in a situation like this and you have holes to fill and you're coming in and you're cleaning up a little bit of a mess, you got to look at your resources. You got to see what's going to be best for your long-term plan. And I hope that's what they're going to do. And you're accurate in what you're saying, that there are people when new regimes come in that the fans hold close to them that go out the door and they go by the wayside. And I would hope that wouldn't be Brees, but I can't really get a read on these guys about who it would be at this point. That's kind of how I feel about it. I love Glenn so far. Pretty much the whole Woody Johnson thing yesterday, like he didn't even get the right year that Glenn was drafted. Right, I don't think he was saying 1996, and I think Glenn was drafted in 1994.
It was.
So,
yeah, Woody got it wrong.
Yeah,
Shocking.
so it's like it's cringeworthy. Every time he opens his mouth, all you can hope for with what he is, let them run the team.
Exactly.
And let you just recede into the background like Homer into the bush. Thanks for your time, Jake.
Kyle, great call and totally fair points. And with Woody in particular, like, you'll get credit if they're good. You oversaw hiring those guys, but now stay out of the way and let them do their jobs. And look, to be fair to Woody, and I really don't want to defend the guy because he's a terrible owner until proven otherwise. He doesn't exactly have a history of meddling until this most recent regime here, where he didn't hire them. Like ask Rex or Tannenbaum if Woody ever meddled. Ask Bowles. Like, that wasn't the issue. It was, they've hired the wrong people, but you got to just hope that because he's responsible for these guys and he loves Glenn, he believes in Glenn, all that, he'll stay out of the way. But that means Glenn and Muji got to turn this around fast. Because then you start getting to like year 3 and they still haven't won. Well, then you get worried about Woody being Woody. But they got to turn it around. See, that's the thing that helped Dolan with the Knicks. He hired Leon Rose, who then hired Tom Thibodeau. And the Knicks were one of the more surprised teams in the NBA that first year those guys took over. It was the COVID year, but they made the playoffs. They were not supposed to make the playoffs, and Tom Thibodeau was the coach of the year. So I always reference the Knicks a lot because they were a bigger joke than the Jets. And ownership was a major issue with the Knicks. It's not like Dolan's a new guy. He's the same guy. He just finally got the right people in charge. But they had success right away. So then Dolan had faith in the guys he employed. He stayed out of it. So I think the Jets need to have a good season in 2025. Don't sell me on 4 or 5 wins being good. Oh, but Jake, they're installing Glenn's culture. Kiss my ass if that's your mentality. Installing Glenn's culture. You know how you install culture? You win football games. I don't need any of this 4 or 5 win nonsense. And, it takes time to build it the right way in the NFL. Kiss my ass if that's your mentality. All right, we'll get Charles Gorman to fart in your mouth if you believe that. What a joke. How many teams have turned it around in under 2 years? It happens all the time to every team but the Jets. Every team. The Giants made the playoffs with Daniel Jones. Dable and Shane in year 1. Houston turned it around after they were a bigger joke than the Jets. They had a preacher running their organization. They won their 3rd coach in 3 years. And then they got it right with D'Amico, hit on Stroud, and boom, they've been in the playoffs and won a playoff game the last 2 years. Commanders are a great example, but Denver at the end of 2 years, Sean Payton had them humming, was in the playoffs with a rookie quarterback this past year. The Lions were 9-8 at the end of year 2. I'm sorry, man. They got to win. Otherwise, Woody will meddle. They have to turn this around. But don't sell me on 4 or 5 wins being this great accomplishment for the Jets. Oh, because they got their own players in the building and they're changing the culture. No, you know what accomplishment would be for the Jets? 9 wins in a winning season for the first time in a decade. I'm not saying you need to make the playoffs, but a 9-8 season would be nice. And this fan base deserves that at the bare minimum. Rat Diddy is in the raffle for 5 with this super chat. Charles, call back your Superman underoos. Yeah, Charles, call back in your Superman underwear here, and that's how you battle the Batfell. I like it. Ted Bundy says he's better than Spider Jetman in reference to the Batfell. I still don't know who Spider Jetman is. Bino writes in, Lowski today said he was job hunting the day before facing Dave Briga. Coincidence? The Brigham movement is real. It's damn real. Man. Ladies and gentlemen, there's something I have to play on the show right now. If you caught the first show today, it was an all-timer. JJ called in and basically just fought with everyone who's ever consumed the show, including Gator McCluskey, JJ and Gator getting into it. So what I have here right now is a diss track that JJ made going up and in at Gator. Ladies and gentlemen, listen up.
It's your boy JJ checking in, man. Gator talking kind of spicy, like I'm supposed to be afraid of him. I ain't afraid of you. Yeah, man. Y'all already know what it is. I had to come out of retirement for this one. Yeah. Look, I ain't worried about Gator, but he worried about me. He got a big old fat belly cause he love to eat. Man, instead of making videos, hit the gym. JJ versus Gator, man, y'all know who gon' win. I can't even lie, your videos is kinda dope. And from day one, you brought value to the show. But you didn't see yourself when you started this beef. You need to watch what you say and watch what you eat. Watch what you say and watch what you eat. You need to watch what you say and watch what you eat. Watch what you say and watch what you eat. You got a big fat belly. Watch what you say. Hey Gator, you's a hater. Hey Gator, you's a hater. Hey Gator, me and watch what you say and watch what you eat. Hey Gator, go get a trainer. Hey Gator, go get a trainer. Hey Gator, you's a hater. You need to watch what you say and watch what you eat. Yeah, y'all already know what time it is. JJ checking in, man. You's a hater. Shout out to Gary, man. Shout out to Allen. Asshole Army. He the Negative Jets fans, baby. The OGs. Dave Berger, I see you. Peter Castro, I see you. Drew the GM, what up, baby? Jay Quest. Big fella. King Lowski. Mr. Bonesy. Dre, where you at? 28 touchdowns. Kinda long, stay in school. The kids of the future. Y'all already know what it is. Bobby Midnight, what up, baby? Everybody go tune into that Bobby Midnight show. He go live every day. Yeah, man. He need to watch what he say and watch what he eat. Watch what he say and watch what he eat. He need to watch what he say and watch what he eat.
I can't believe this song exists, and the turnaround time, I won't lie, was impressive. But the Gator response is about to be that much more fierce. JJ is on the line. JJ, you're insane.
You need to watch what he say. He need to watch what he eat. He's a hater. He need to go get a trainer. That's all I got to say about that, man.
Thank you for the time. Wow. Clancy writes in, this is our Drake versus Kendrick beef. Oh, my God. What beat was that, too, by the way? Unbelievable. Tom A says, I feel bad for JJ with what's to come. I'm playing anything Gator wants for this. This is personal now. Unbelievable. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. How could you not like this show? My God. My God. All right. On that note, let's head back to the Bat Cave, where the Bat Fella is standing by. Bat Fella, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I think that this vermin named the Flatulator is going to be extinguished, and I'm going to send his stinky ass back to Arkham.
Bat Fella, thank you. Checking now with the number 1 seed who's made headway. He was down 10. Once again, it's 50-50. Folks, we could be headed for an instant classic. Charles, how we feeling?
I feel fine. Wearing my Superman hat. Got my Spider-Man what the fuck on? Got my Spider-Man socks.
Oh yeah. Look at those socks.
So I had a good day today. I'm impressed that Bigfoot is able to fit into that bat suit. He is one big son bitch. Anyway. And the bat spray. You know, at least it's not the back shark spray if you don't get that reference from the 1966 Batman. Classic show.
How can you wear that weakling Superman's hat? He is a hack. He is a total disgrace. And he is a simp for Lois Lane. That hoe bag.
At least he likes hoes.
Charles.
I like the fact that the big fella talks shit about the character, yet does piss poor to follow the mythology and understand the characters.
You tell him, Charles.
Love them. I love that. And I'm being sarcastic about it. So it's 50-50 right now in the voting.
I got some good news for you, Charles. You just gained a point. 51-49, your first lead of the day.
Look, I will say this about the big fella. At least he's passionate about his beliefs and stuff. But the thing is, look, people get booty hole hurt when I said certain things about the Brady Westwell connection and Vince Wilfork. I really don't care. That does not make me a closeted Patriots fan. Being a Patriots fan is actually rooting and supporting the team thick and thin since the day I first saw them. I don't root for Boston teams, or at least teams from Massachusetts. So let's get that clear.
Flatulator. Flatulator. You realize that kryptonite is Superman's greatest weakness, but no one has been able to find out your weakness except for me.
A fucking back call. Oh my god.
My bat toilet paper is going to wipe you out.
Your back toilet paper. How much did that cost? $15?
More than you could ever know. More than it costs to put your ass back in Arkham. I'm going to put your ass back in Arkham.
Good for Arkham. I think my ass is too good for Arkham, man. Excuse me.
We'll check back in with those two throughout the show. We got a battle on our hands, folks. 50-50 once again between the big fella and Charles Gorman. You got to give credit to the big fella. If you're going to try and take down a 1 seed, you got to pull out all the stops. We've seen that from the big fella. But is it enough? Many have Gorman winning the whole thing. Paul is on the line. Paul Faz. What's up, Paul?
What's going on, Jake?
Paul, how we feeling?
Good, my man. How about you?
Not living the dream.
So, maybe they're just hyping up the other two backs to trade one of them, and we're just assuming it's Breece Hall, right? I mean, I don't really see room for three backs, so I do smell something funny, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be Hall. Whoever it is will probably rock and be a future Hall of Famer, and whoever we keep will probably get hurt in week 2. But that's the Jets, right? But I could see a trade coming up with one of our backs for sure, because that's about the only place that we do have some depth and possible talent. What's your thoughts? Still think it's going to be Breece?
I don't think they're going to trade Breece. I'm just saying that I do think it's interesting that when given a chance to rave about Breece, he chose to talk about the other guys on the team with Breece.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he's trying to point him out for other teams for a possible trade. So I don't know. A lot of what ifs. Again, I'm just going to stick with what I always stick with. They damaged me too much the past 2 seasons, and I've had enough. And I'm not going to even remotely get excited till it's worth getting excited over. But appreciate you getting me on. You know what? Just want to say thanks for at least having me in the bracket. I never thanked you for that, even though I didn't get past the first round. It's all right. Always room for a comeback next time, my brother.
Paul, you belonged in the tournament. You're a great caller, and I look forward to seeing you at an event or a game soon. All right. Hopefully, can you go to the
Yeah.
draft party? I forget. Are you going?
I have that golf outing in Shawnee on the Delaware the following day, so I'm 50-50. I'm going to do my best, but, you know, the wife may wig out. But it is my birthday weekend, so we'll see. My birthday's April 30th, but you know, I kind of get this little trip because it's my birthday every weekend, so maybe I'll just try to extend it another day and see you guys. So we'll see what happens. But hopefully I'll make it.
I love it. I appreciate you. I mean, look, we're all in this together, Paul. Hang in there. I love it. FPP says, vote for a real Jets fan, the big fella. I mean, look, Charles is a Jet fan too. You got two Jet fans in this. It's gonna be a battle. Nick Shine says, Charles, any comment for saying on my show, I do not consider myself a diehard Jet fan. Charles, did you say this? And what level of Jet fan do you consider yourself?
Wow, I'm not a real Jet fan. I'm a diehard football fan, NFL football fan. That's what I mostly consider myself as. Now, who was that guy that said I'm not a real Jet fan? FPP?
I don't know.
You just had the guy in before Nick Shine.
FPP.
I don't know what his problem is. I don't know what these people's problem are. I guess their booties aren't as strong as mine. I guess they can't handle stopping the bleeding or stopping the hurting.
So push back, Charles. Call out Nick Shine. I thought he's supposed to be a friend of yours.
We'll burn him on.
Oh, he's not on the line. Defend yourself. You're just sitting there loping, being like,
I'm thinking of what to say. I can't just ramble on and talk nonsense.
You got to get mean. You got to get angry.
I've been a Jet fan since my freshman year of high school. I've watched the Jets succeed and suck for far too long. I've been wearing Jets jerseys. I have had a Leon Washington jersey. I've had Big Fella give me a Jonathan Vilma jersey. I have a Mekhi Becton jersey because I really like Mekhi Becton, and I've been thinking about doing a video on him for quite some time. So there's that. And people say because I respect and admire Brady's connection with Welker a bit more so than all the other quarterback receiver combos I've seen over the years, that doesn't make me a Patriots fan. Being a Patriots fan means you root for the Patriots 100%. That's not me. And for people to get ass hurt over those comments is plain stupid and ridiculous.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the ASMANIAC Rumble.
Hey, I'm not on the Rumble. I just wanted to clarify. You made that statement and left quickly today.
Well, because my father, I need to go to bed.
Spot. I'll call.
I need to go to sleep because. Wait, what?
How dare you? How dare you, Charles? Or shall I say, flatulator? How dare you? You will not sweet talk. You will not sweet talk. I have to get this stench of your patriot love of Tom Brady and Wes Welker. You must repent.
Why aren't you spraying that at me? Why are you spraying that in your freaking room?
You must.
I'm sure it's more. I'm sure someone smell like death in there.
Charles, you can never, if you are a Jets fan, you can never give credit to Tom Brady or Wes Welker.
Then you're not an intelligent person.
That is.
It's okay for us to shit on other people's players, but it's not okay for them to shit on our players. That's stupidity. That's ignorance.
Charles.
That's not arrogance. That's plain arrogance.
It's a sin. It's a sin. Stop it. It's a sin.
Sin my ass.
Let's not talk about. Let's not talk about your ass, Charles. Your ass belongs in Arkham. And you deserve the maximum sentence.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? Asmaniac Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show rock. Lunatic,
Man, what a battle. What a battle. Scoreboard update. Tight. 51-49. Gorman leading the big fella. Johnny Boy with a super chat. Charles Love Finn's talk show over Jake Asman show. I think some of these are just wild accusations, to be fair to Charles. Charles watches TD Finn's talk. I'm supposed to believe that. More of your calls right now. Let's say hello to a fellow one seed who knows what it's like to be eliminated. Charles is trying to avoid that fate. Ladies and gentlemen, the one seed inside the butter region is on the line.
Well, you know, I have my own YouTube show. If I'm awake, I'm going live. Unless Jake has a show, Bobby.
I love Batman myself. I grew up with the Batman. I love the Batman toilet paper.
Who'd you vote for?
I voted for the big fella.
Really? Over Charles?
Yes.
How
Big
come?
fella I met, I loved. I gave him a big hug. I cried when I met him at the Halloween game. It was emotional when I met him. I gave him a big hug. And his wife, too. She's a very nice lady. And I like the Batman suit he's wearing today. Funny.
Good, good.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah. Yeah, Charles, got to just say, Nene, you're doing a lot better than me. I lost by how much? Like 4 points, or 6 points, whatever. But you might have a better shot at this than me. But big fella's coming at you, Charles. You better watch out. Hey, I got an extra question, Jake. How'd the last night go with Adam Sandler? Was it good?
It was good. I wish the set was a little longer, but it was a charity thing, so they all didn't perform for that long.
Who else was there, you said? Chris Rock?
Chris Rock, Jon Stewart, Jim Gaffigan, Nikki Glazer,
Oh.
couple people from SNL I've never heard of.
Oh, the new ones. Yeah, probably the new. Ooh.
There were a lot. It was good.
How much
Jeff
did it
Garland, Susie
cost to
Essman,
get
Paul
in?
Rudd. It was good.
Oh. How much did it cost to get into the place?
None of your beeswax.
I just wanted to know if I wanted to go.
Well,
Or
I didn't have
just
to tell
one
you.
night.
That was a one-night thing.
One night. Oh, one night. I like comedy. I
Do
like
you?
Adam.
Tell us a joke.
You really want to know my jokes? So they're kind of on the dirty side.
Give us a joke.
What do you call what does a pizza delivery man and a gynecologist have in common?
A delivery man and a gynecologist?
Yeah, pizza delivery man and a gynecologist have in common.
What do they have in common?
They both could smell it, but they can't eat it.
Oh, you know, I'm doing another Zoom meeting. Oh, farts, Jake's going live. Gotta end my friggin' stream. I'm Bobby.
Bobby comedy right there, folks. Big Cho Jet is on the line. Hey, Big Cho.
What's going on, Jake?
Joe.
Got my Kenny O'Brien jersey on today.
You look good, Big Cho.
Appreciate it.
That's not a Justin Fields jersey?
No, sir. I don't do current players, only retired.
I like the Florida State Seminoles. What is that, a headrest?
Yeah, it's what do you call that thing that goes over your recliner?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm sure Ricky NY loves that.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's where I'm an alumni.
You're an FSU alumni?
I am.
I love it. Have you and Ricky hung out yet?
I don't even know who Ricky is.
You don't know who Ricky is?
Who's Ricky?
I'm Ricky, New York, and I love to smoke. Florida State, I really love Florida State. Jordan Travis, you know he's from Florida State. At any rate, I call into smoking debate. Florida State, I really love Florida State. At any rate, thanks for taking my call, Jake.
Oh, I've seen him before.
Yeah. He's always about the smoke and debate.
Yeah, I just didn't get face and name together.
Who are you voting for in this matchup, Big Cho? Gorman or Big Fella?
I voted for Batman.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Charles, man.
How come?
I just think he's nasty.
In what way?
Well, he farts all the time. No wonder he's single.
Whoa.
He's a freaking grown-ass man living at home. I'm just not a fan.
So if he didn't fart all the time, would you have voted for him?
I don't know. That's a good question. But I'm just not into nasty people, man, who don't take care of themselves, hygiene and things of that nature. Just
what if I told you Charles is moving out? He has his own apartment he's moving into later this month.
Okay, respect.
Would that change your opinion of him?
Actually, it would.
What if you had a chance to talk to Charles? Is there a way that you could maybe change your opinion even more?
Sure.
I am nasty. I shower every day. How dare you disrespect me?
You fart all the time, man. It's kind of
give me a goddamn break.
It's nasty.
Now you got me mad.
Whatever, man. You don't faze me, man.
I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to tell you, I fart a lot. I don't fart all the time in my videos. I don't fart all the time on here. People make a big damn deal about me farting. And you say, it's disgusting. It's a bodily function.
Hey, get the memo, man. You can't scare me.
I'm not trying to scare you.
It wouldn't work anyway, dude. You're barking up the wrong tree when you're talking about scaring somebody, man. Talking to the wrong person.
Well, don't be nasty to me. Don't disrespect me.
I just said I don't like it that you fart.
That's different from saying you don't like because you think I'm a dirty person.
I think it goes hand in hand. You're always farting and everything. You think it's funny. It's nasty.
I don't think it's hilarious.
Sounds like you do.
That's not true.
Okay.
They think it's hilarious.
So you don't, but you play into it and do it anyway.
I play into it because Jake tells me to. That's Jake's idea.
So you do whatever the hell he says to do? He tell you to jump off a bridge? Don't do that?
Not really.
Okay. Be your own man.
I'm trying to be my own man.
Okay. Are you getting an apartment to yourself?
Yeah, I'll be moving in by myself. I'll be living in Cooper Towers in Island. I'll be showering every day.
Good for you.
It's like the size of a dorm room where I went to college.
Where'd you go to college?
Centenary University in Hackettstown.
Where is that at? I'm from North Carolina, so I don't know much about.
Oh, you're from North Carolina. My Aunt Linda lives in North Carolina.
Really? What part?
I don't know where.
That's your home. That's your homework. You got to find out where.
I went to Centenary University in Hackettstown.
Is that in New York?
New Jersey.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know the difference.
Johnny Boy Sr., I said Ken O'Brien sucks. I never said that at all. I never said Ken O'Brien was terrible. Yes, Mama, I'm going to be eating dinner now, so I'll talk to you later. My apologies for screaming, but I
not good. No worries. Jake. Jake, you still there, brother?
Hello. Hello, Joy.
What's up, man?
Good. How you doing?
Good. How you feeling? Did you lose your matchup?
Yes, I did. Jake West. Yes.
I voted for you.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you.
You're welcome.
You're a nice guy. You're from North Carolina. Where you from?
Well, I'm originally from Virginia, a place called.
We gave Big Cho the opportunity to take over the show, and instead, we got a staring contest. What a moment in time. Charles, hopefully, will be back after dinner to try and hold on to this victory, but it won't be easy. It's 51-49. Gorman leading the big fella. Unreal. Astro with a bunch of emojis that only the chat could see for the big fella. Bino says a vote for big fella is a vote for achievement. Dart Stevo supporting Gorman writes in, vote for Charles Gorman the GOAT. Chicken noodle soup with the meatloaf is the victory dinner. Let's go, Charles. Release the super gas from your ass. Amazing. More of your calls right now. This guy was not available for the first show today. He sent me an email that he was out getting food for his guinea pig. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who we're going to.
Congratulations on that fart. Nice work, gentlemen. I had to go to take care of some business. Should I say, bizzo. And big fella, your support is it. I'm voting for you, and go get that ass, boy. Yeah. Tonight, before we all start, tonight, the Knicks give those 76ers, slap those fools around and show them who's boss. And are we ready for that NBA playoffs or what? Are we ready? Are you ready, Jake?
Baby? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've been waiting for this for a long time. But we gotta remember too, NBA playoffs is everything that we hope for. It's kind of like this tournament that we're doing. Everything that we've expected kind of changed. Versus the Midnight Brothers, I don't know how it happened, but it just happened. 2 number 1 seeds disappeared. Can a number 3 be disappeared?
Here's the question I have for you, Bees. Tomorrow on the show, first matchup of the day, Dave Brigg is taking on King Lowski. This is a battle of 2 of the greats, I'd argue. Your thoughts on, I know you're a Brigg guy, your thoughts on his chances?
I kind of see a Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson kind of fight. This is going to be a heavyweight fight. I see a kind of a 1-2 win for Brigger. Brigger's got this game down. After maybe round 11, he's going to go for the knockout blow. This is a lights out win. Briga's like a tank. He just keeps driving and driving and driving and driving. He's like a tank. He can't be stopped. Just remember these words. When you're at Briga University, you achieve greatness. You achieve a great life. If you want achievement, you come to Briga University. And remember, folks, Dave Briga, next president for the USA 2028. Vote for the man who has all the power. If you don't got the brass, Dave Briga will kick your ass.
He thinks that Charles and Bobby need to get a job. This cowboy hates to see Asmaniacs complain. What he call it, one punch Briga. You need to get a job. What he call him, one punch Briga. The beast is on his ass. Call him one punch Briga. Has anyone seen Bean Mac? Call him one punch Briga. You only need one.
If you think Briga's going to intimidate Lowski, it ain't going to happen. It's going to be a battle tomorrow. Could be tighter than what we have here. 52-48. Gorman up 4 on the big fella. Big fella got the early lead. He got the push. He was up by 10 at one point, about 5 or 6 minutes or so into polling. But Gorman's starting to settle in here. A 1 seed at the height of his powers. Could he close out the big fella who's done all he can here to make this a real fight? That's the question we're watching down the home stretch. We're an hour into the show. Super chat here from Vinny. Jake, have you heard Big Cho's phone call with Boomer and Gio? If not, I'll have to send it to you. Dude's a legend. Love that guy. Please send it to me, Vinny. I have not. I would love to hear that. Clancy writes in, vote for Chuck Wagon. Sorry, big fella, but Charles likes his wins like Randy Moss likes his dough. Straight cash, homie, and straight gas, homie. Let's go, Jaco. Clancy, love you, man. Appreciate the support as always. Clancy, you're coming to the draft party, I believe, so I'm looking forward to seeing you in person. Paul with a super chat here. Let's effing go, big fella. This is a Jet fan show. The only thing I will push back on is Charles is definitely a Jet fan. I think people like to twist his words and go after him, but Charles is a legit Jet fan. I will defend my guy Charles on that. He is. If that matters to people. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bat Fella is back on the line. Bat Fella, how we feeling? You need a comeback here.
Bro, it is sweaty in that thing. Listen, I wanted to explain my whole approach to Charles. Okay, I like Charles. And Charles has like some insecurities and stuff like that. So what I wanted to do is get him in his element that, you know, he could really put up a fight. I told him to talk as much shit as possible to me and everything. And I'm liking the swagger that he's bringing. I think it may take me out of the tournament, but it's I'm very happy with the way Charles is doing this right now. And when he comes back, I'm gonna put the bat mask on and all that stuff soon. But I just want to give everybody some explanation of where I was going with this thing.
How hot is it in that suit, fully on?
It's hot as shit in this thing, bro. But yeah, I mean, it was the whole plan. Once the tournament seeds came out, I saw Charles was there, and I was like, if I can get past JJ, I got to do something so he could really come out of his shell. And I like the way he's been today. I think it's good for everybody. So good for Charles and good for the show. And I'm happy to do this, man.
You know what you might need to do to lead the comeback here? You might need to go full Batman suit on the bed.
Ooh. No, I can't do that. That's a good idea, but I can't do that, man. I'm in my basement right now. I have to get the darkest place in the house for this. So
what does your wife and your kids, what do they think about this?
Well, they love it.
This campaign.
They don't. My kids don't love it. My wife does. She's like, "Wow, you really are Bruce Wayne." Like, there you go, man. You know. But she's like, "I never knew I married Bruce Wayne." And I was like, "Well, now you do." So yeah, that's what's going on. But I'm proud of Charles for standing up, going forward and everything, taking the shit that I've given him. And when he comes back from lunch or dinner, whatever it is, I'll have the mask on and everything. We go back at it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bat Fella checking in. All right, scoreboard update. If you want to see the poll, if you already voted, refresh your browser. You'll see the poll pop up again when you go back in. 51-49. Gorman with a 2-point lead over the big fella. It is tight. It is anyone's ball game here in the Sweet 16, our opening matchup in our Sweet 16. We're going to fly through the Sweet 16 because if you look at the bracket, we do 2 shows a day. So by tomorrow, at this time, we're already going to be inside the hood region. We got Weed and Castro in the afternoon. We're going to cruise to the Elite Eight. So you got to be watching every day, all week long. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Eric is next on the line. He goes on our show. Hello, Eric.
Hey, Jake. I wanted to talk a little bit about Brees Hall, like how we were talking about maybe trading him. I really hope they don't, because I think he was the player who was most misused in our offense, and I'd really like to see what he could do with a different coordinator. I mean, 2 years ago, he was our number 2 pass catcher, and this year he was basically doing nothing for us. So I'm really hoping to get some more use out of him with a better coordinator.
I agree. I think it's a good point as far as, a guy who's been so underutilized. To me, he needs to be used how McCaffrey's used with the Niners. I think he could be that type of game-changing player. So I'm with you. I don't think they're going to trade Brees. I just think it's interesting that twice when asked about Brees or given the opportunity to expound on him, he chose to take the route, Aaron Glenn I'm talking about, chose to take the route of we have 2 other really good running backs as well and highlight those guys,
Yeah, that's what worried me a little bit. But, also I caught the Woody Johnson press conference yesterday.
Yeah.
And, what I really don't like about Woody is he never takes any accountability. And I think that trickles down. We saw that a lot with Saleh, even Ulbrich, some of our players. There seems to be no one wants to step up and just say, hey, we fucked up. We got to be better. I like what Glenn's saying. We're going to go out there and win. But, it's hard to put the past in the past and overlook all the shit we've seen before. We've heard the same stuff from just about everybody we've had.
You ain't wrong about that. No doubt.
Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to make those points. And I'm definitely Team Gator, but that track from JJ was pretty fire.
It was a great track, but just wait for the Gator response is all I would say. It's coming.
I'll just be at work, like singing One Punch Brigga or fucking, something. So I can't wait.
Eric, you're the man. I appreciate it. Great call. All right. So I just got a text from my stepdad who's watching the show. And then Luppy wrote the same thing. Jake, is that a Met cup? Folks, you really think I'd be drinking from a Met cup? Come on now. Come on. I don't even really hate the Mets. They're, as Derek Jeter would say, they're the Mets. Doesn't bother me. But come on now. You won't see a Yankee fan drinking from a Met cup on this show. That's not happening. Luppy is up next because I love Luppy. Luppy, how are you?
I'm great. Maybe it was the 2000 World Series tears. I thought maybe you saved it in the freezer, thawed it out.
I'll hold it like this just for you to see. It's clearly a nickel.
And I'll hold this like this.
There you go, my man.
So I tried calling from the bed. There's a couple of things wrong with that. First of all, I'm 60 and I couldn't do it. I don't know how he does it. I was there for a half hour waiting for you to get me in. I'm like, I can't do this. It's like, and then the second thing is my laptop sucks. So you would have been like, bap, 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 every time I was talking. The third thing is you can't drink a beer from the bed. So, that's a problem. So I had a problem, but I have respect for him for doing that. As much as he does as a big guy that he is, he must be a double king. That's what I would guess. And
I mean, that suit's got to be a sauna suit. I can't even imagine.
Like I said, he probably lost about 20 pounds just in 5 minutes, just the water weight alone.
Hey, look, if you want to take down a 1 seed, you gotta pull out all the stops.
He is all in. That is great. I mean, you can see these people are accelerating in their Asmaniacness, which is crazy. So, I did get a ticket for, the party that we're going to have. And now my wife said, yes, she wants to come. And Mrs. Luppy will be there along with me to the draft party. It's going to be insane.
Oh, you know what? I just checked my email right here. I just saw it. Yeah, you got it. You wrote Mrs. Luppy on it? That's great.
Yes, I wrote Mrs. Luppy on it.
I can't wait. That's great.
I can't wait either. It's you had. Do not dress her as Mrs. Luppy. Do not dress her as Mrs. Luppy. Her name is Danielle.
Danielle, we can't wait to have you at the party.
I'll let her know because I got the headphones on.
Okay.
She's listening to her music, doing her chef thing. We're going to have some nice chili tonight.
Who's she voted for? Big fella or Gorman?
She doesn't care.
Okay.
She just cares about you Bobby, Midnight, and all the Asmaniacs are there, then we have a good time. That's really what she cares about. So I even forgot my point.
What did you say?
She said, "I'm not sitting in the corner alone." Trust me, she won't be.
No, there's plenty of wags that are going to be there, wives and girlfriends of Asmaniacs. Don't worry.
Yes, I know. I know to leave her side. She's my partner in life. So
love that. Love that.
All right, Jake. This has been great. I lost my point. I'll probably send you tomorrow when I call back tomorrow. But this is a great tournament. The fact that he brought out the Batman outfit is insane. I'm laughing my ass off every day, like I always say I do, Jake. Asmaniacs forever, man.
Luppy, you're the best. Appreciate you. Can't wait to meet you and Danielle. Rich, nobody puts Danielle in the corner. She will not be in the corner. We have plenty of women that will be at this party. Don't worry. Now, can I sit here and tell you with a straight face it won't be a sausage fest? No, I cannot. But can I tell you that there will be actual women there? That I can do. All right. I don't have the exact. I would actually say we will have more women at the party than the percentage of women that tune into the show, which, if you missed the announcement a couple weeks back, we're at 4.5% female demographic over the last 90 days. So they're no longer the 4%ers for now. They're the 4.5%ers. Hit the like button if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. If you're just tuning in, reminder, raffle, Super Bowl III theme, gift a membership to be entered, Joe Namath helmet, Don Maynard helmet, Weeb Eubank helmet, replica Super Bowl III ring. Those are the top prizes so far in Asmaniac raffle number 21. We do them every week. 21 of them since December 1st. We're now on April 1st. Think about that. Find me the show that's giving out that much swag to the people who support it. You guys are the greatest. Jay says, at least the real life percentage is higher than the show. Jay, your wonderful wife who I met at the Vegas event, I know she would love to be at the draft party. She could help increase our percentage. Barbarossa says, if you count all the waitresses, it will be a close ratio. That's true, too. Chris J says, oh, God, don't let Charles lose. Yeah, look, Charles is eating dinner right now. When he comes back with a full belly, who knows what he's going to say. But right now, it's 50-50. Big fella has gained the point he needed to tie the matchup up. Incredible. This truly could come down to the bitter end. David Atkins in the Asmaniac raffle for one. Domino Effecto is the username who received the membership. I think we're within like 13 or 14 memberships from a new emoji. So maybe we could hit that this show if a couple people give some memberships here. What should our next emoji be? Nick Shine writes in, does Bobby's boobs make him part of the 4.5%? Bobby, how do you feel about your boobs counting towards the demo?
Let me see. How do I feel? They feel a little tinier than they were before, so I don't know. Nick, what do you think, baby? What do you think? How do you like my boobs now? Nick Shine.
Incredible. Quick reminder, merch store, new items dropped yesterday. Adidas line hats. Jake Asman show on the front, Asmaniac on the back in both white and black. Asmaniac on the front, Jake Asman show on the back in both white and black. I know Rat Diddy's in the chat. He won a raffle prize of an item from the merch store a few weeks back. Finally told me what he wanted. He wanted this hat you see on the screen. So get the hat Rat Diddy will be wearing soon. JakeAsman.com, and then hit the merch store tab in the top right corner. Or just go to JakeAsman.com/shop. Jack says I could golf in that hat. Beauty. You could. Ladies and gentlemen, we've heard from the Bat fella. Now we have Spider Jetman on the line. Hello, Spider Jetman.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I just want to say I'm on Bad Fella's side. I think he's doing a terrific job. I'm in my car because I'm way out by Rapid City, and there's not many buildings to swing from with my web, so I had to take a car. But Bad Fella, I hope you win, and we wish you the best. I got my jet green on, and I'll talk to you guys because I'm driving here in Blizzard.
Spider Jet, I'll send my Bat Jet to pick you up.
What an endorsement that is for you, big fella. You got Spider Jetman on your side.
All the superheroes are coming for that vermin, the flatulator.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bat Fella. Strong. Imagine being the guy driving next to the guy in the Spider-Man mask on the highway. Johnny Boy, checks over stripes, Jake. Go, big fella. Chris J writes in, shout out to the big fella. He's an amazing caller, but let's go, Charles. Look, Charles, there's no doubt both are excellent. But it's up for the chat to decide, the viewers of the show to decide who to vote for. It is 50-50 right now, folks. 545 votes have been cast. 50-50. If we need overtime, the rules are the same as they were for the first two rounds. 3 minutes, new poll. When the clock ends, that's it. Who's ever up, no matter what the circumstances are, advances to the Elite Eight. This show's available in podcast form. Download the Jake Asman Show as a podcast on either Apple or Spotify. Apple or Spotify. Australian Jet Fan is on the line. What's up, Australian Jet Fan? Who you got in this one?
So obviously first is my title card said I wanted to talk about Aaron Glenn, but too much law has dropped since. Too much Asmaniac law. Now look, Charles is obviously an icon of the show. He's the one seed for a reason. And it was always going to be hard for me coming into this to make a vote because the big fella's a pretty decent guy as well. So to make this tie-breaking decision, I sent a snap of this matchup to a random and asked them who I should vote for. And someone who's not familiar with the show, they will be now, hopefully, they said to me, is Charles going to save Gotham? So that resulted in me giving my vote to the Bat Fella.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a hard decision. I still respect Charles, but I'm sorry. It could be worse. You could be putting out the wackest rhymes like JJ. That was shocking. I have to be honest. I'm excited to see what Gator has to come back with.
Get ready. This is going down.
Because the rage bait specialist himself, he admitted that he was just trying to piss me off. So I'm not going to let anything this guy says annoy me, but that was pretty poor. I'm not going to lie.
Australian Jet Fan, good points all around. Just wait for the Gator response. If you missed the first show today, you go back and watch it. It was insane what happened. We had like an 8-person rumble. I just received this tweet a little while ago from QAA. My kids have no clue what I'm watching, but they're cracking up with me. Now that is what this show is all about. Thank you, Q. Jets Johnny says, I'm here for the beef. We've had a lot of that. Dre with a super chat. Let's go, big fella. JJ is called back in. Yes, JJ?
I just wanted to respond to the Australian kid. I never said that I do things to piss him off. What I said was stop taking it personal. It's all jokes. Stop taking it personal. That's all I said. So
I know now you're just trying to rage bait. You're just trying to rage bait. That's all you're doing.
I'm not trying to rage bait anybody. I don't care enough.
You know, you say you don't care, but
I
think you care. I think you care because you bring up every time you're on call, I don't care, I don't care. It's like you really want us to think that you don't care, but I think you just do.
I mean, if you mention me, I'm like the boogeyman. You say my name, I'm gonna appear.
Like
That's
you
just how
cared
it
enough
works.
to write a whole diss track on Gator for no reason.
Yeah, because it's fun. Gator's cooking up something against me right now, so I made a diss track because it's That's what we do on the show. We try to have fun.
Yeah.
You guys are so sensitive. Stop being sensitive. Have some fun. It's okay. Where you in New Zealand or some shit, and you guys don't have anything to do out there. This is what we do in America. We try to have fun.
Where'd you get New Zealand from?
I don't know. You said you don't live in Australia anymore. You said you live in like Ireland or something.
Finland. Bro, but
Yeah,
you know,
same-
it's okay.
same
I just thought the disrespect went a little bit too far. But like, I'm all for having fun.
Disrespect?
But like,
How did I disrespect you?
I'm not me, but like, you were on here going fucking ham on everyone. Let's be real.
Yeah, and half the people I went ham on, I've
You were
met in
on
person,
call
and
for
they know
30
me.
minutes arguing. You're on call for 30 minutes
All right.
arguing.
Listen, man, I love you. If I offended you, I'm sorry. I hope
You,
I
no,
didn't
you,
hurt
you
your
didn't
feelings.
offend me.
It's
You
all-
didn't offend me. But like
it's
you
all
said,
jokes.
if someone talks about you, you're gonna respond. I'm gonna respond as well.
I don't think I talked about you. All I said was your call was going on like 30 minutes the other day. That's all I said. And you got so butthurt about it. You're like
Okay,
I call you the
said-
Australian. I call you the Australian Energizer Bunny. You're like Energizer Kangaroo. You just keep going and going and going and going and going.
Well, like I find that so ironic coming from you because, like I said, your call went for 30 minutes earlier today.
It looks like you're in a sauna. Is that a sauna?
Low key, yeah. Oh. I have to show this now. Like,
show us a little view of your apartment.
so the sauna's like in here.
Oh wow! Look at this guy.
I might have to call in from here one day.
You know
But,
what? See, that would
um,
make your calls a lot more enjoyable. See, you should lead with this. Lead with your nice little apartment, man, instead of just laying on the bed and rambling for hours.
I mean, the big fella's made a career out of laying on the bed. But like, right, like, what do you want? What do you want me to do when I call in? Not talk? Is that not the point of calling in? Like, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone from here on out. Jake, real quick, I just wanted to say, I'm really torn between who I want to vote for. I actually already voted for Big Fella, but I don't know I don't know what to do, man. This is like such a compelling matchup. These are two great callers. This is actually what Asmaniac Madness is about. It should be 50-50 from here on out in all these next rounds. This is what we wanted. This is what we're getting. So I'm super pumped up to see who wins. I hate the fact that everybody's going to wait until there's only 1 minute left in the show to finally vote. Can you guys just vote right now so we can just get a better sense of who's going to pull this one out? But this is great so far. The big fella comes out as Batman. Charles Gorman was talking spicy to the big fella today. I loved it. He said, "Get your big ass out the bed." I didn't even know if Charles had it in him. This is great. This is great TV, man. So Australian Jets fan, man, start calling in from that sauna, and I'll leave you alone. And go big fella, go Charles.
Look,
I'll see you guys later.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? Yes, Maniac Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show rock. Who's the king? Average you.
Folks, 50-50, 571 votes. People aren't waiting, JJ. That's a lot of votes for a matchup. A lot of people have voted. Folks, I'm seeing this off air right now. You know who it is. Bobby, yes?
Hey, it's Sarah's birthday today. Can I sing to her?
Australian Sarah?
Yeah, Australian Sarah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Sarah, this one's for you, sweetheart. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sarah. Happy birthday to you. And I love you very much. I hope God is taking good care of you. How's that, chick?
You know what Sarah actually requested?
What?
Some sexy dancing. I have some good news. He has returned from dinner.
Hi, I'm Charles, and I'm going to talk about Spider-Man and movies and sports and video games and maybe hot chicks.
Okay, Jake, this is some real serious shit right now. I'm helping someone out. Do you have Cash App? I'm serious, Jake. I swear to God. I'm not bullshitting you.
Yeah, how much money? How much money do I need to pay you this time, Charles? I like this
swear
game.
to freaking God, I will pay you back. I swear, I will pay you back.
Yeah, what do you need the money for, Charles?
A friend. I met this friend on Instagram. You know, Isabel. I actually met her. I talked with her on Discord. She's real. I heard her voice. I swear to God.
This is actually pretty good for you, Charles. What does she need help with?
It's complicated right now, but
Maybe
I
she should
swear I
call
will-
the Batfell.
Please, Jake, I really am in deep, dire straits right now. I will pay you back, along with all the times you Venmo'd me.
I'm questioning how dire straits that you're in, considering you just went to dinner and now you're back on the show.
Well, I'm
Why not-
supposed to
Why not
get
ask
a deposit of $1,000, but something turned out with her financial department.
Tell her to call in, then I'll give her some money.
She uses Bitcoin wallet address.
Of course she does. When do you say April Fools on this bit?
It's not April Fool's, Jake. I swear to God.
And my hair's not red.
Jake, I'm telling you the damn truth.
Cynthia says, Charles, don't fall for it.
Hold on.
I think the chat thinks Charles is being serious here. Charles is now completely frozen. Jana says, Charles, do not do it. People think this is actually real. There's no way this is real.
This is real.
No, it's not. I don't believe you. You're going to throw... Why would you bring this up now in the middle of Asmaniac Madness?
Because something came up. Because something came up.
What came up? Tell me what exactly happened.
I was supposed to help
I need all the details of the situation if I'm going to give you money, Charles.
I was supposed to help her out with some payments.
Why would you help her out? You don't have a job. I'm also only going to help her out if she's a Jets fan.
Oh, very funny.
No, I'm being serious. You need my money. Those are my rules. You just tell me when you want to say April Fool's here, and I'll play a laugh drop.
It's not an April Fool's joke, Jake. I'm serious.
And my hair is not red. So what does she need help with, Charles? You're not giving me any details here. Rat Diddy says we need to see a pic of her. Be nice if you could answer my questions, Charles. I know a guy who will answer my questions. The Bat Fella. Bat Fella, what do you think of this situation?
I smell criminality everywhere.
Jesus Christ.
I smell it. I need the bat spray.
I'm being serious here, Jake. I'm not bullshitting you.
Charles.
You're not giving me any information, Charles. You've said
Charles.
nothing.
Charles, listen to Batman for a second.
Yeah.
No, Batman, you be quiet. Sit your big ass down on your bed
listen,
and lay there
Batman.
for a while.
Listen
I'm
to
being
Batman.
serious here.
I'm
Enough
being
with the
serious.
madness.
Charles. All right, Charles. Listen, if she's asking you for Bitcoin, that's a scam, bro. Just letting you know. Now back to Batman. Charles, I smell the criminality everywhere. You cannot be duped. The flatulator may be a criminal, but he's not an A-list criminal. He's a D-list criminal. Charles, flatulator, do not fall for this madness.
Charles, what are we doing, buddy? What are we doing here?
Don't believe it, Charles. Don't believe it. That's all I can say.
There's no way Charles is being serious. There's just
I am being serious here, Jake.
What do you need, Charles? You're not explaining yourself. All you said is you need money, and then I just received a Venmo request from you 9 minutes ago. I'm seeing here for $70, which not happening unless I get more information.
She's real. I met her on Discord. I heard her voice.
You didn't meet her. You heard her voice. Have you seen what she looks like?
Well, she's busy right now. She was busy at the time.
Of course. You never seen her because you're being scammed. If I'm supposed to believe this is real, this person is not real. You are trying to be scammed for money. Anyone with a brain will realize this. Hence the chat. All saying the same thing. She calls into the show, I'll pay her $70 immediately. But it's not going to happen because she's not real.
I told her they want you to call in, but she says how? I said through YouTube on StreamYard.
Send her the link. Send her the link. Rick Kent says, met on Discord, not real. The fact that this is all happening and it's still 50-50 throughout this is incredible. It just shows you Charles's popularity, despite getting scammed by a chick that probably has a wiener or is not even a chick. Anyway, Oscar says, Charles, WTF, bro, you're 30. You should know better. Coming on here to beg for money from Jake for a random girl on Discord is wild. Why does this girl need money? You haven't even explained that. Why does she need you, someone she's never met in her life, to care for her during this trying time? Answer the question, Gorman.
I heard her legitimate voice.
You didn't see her though, and you never answered why she needs money. You don't have a job.
It for the
She needs it for what?
The financial department.
The financial department of what?
The company she works for.
Why does she need your money for that? Tell her to ask someone in her life that she's met if she actually needs money. You are getting scammed here worse than we have as Jet fans for believing the last 2 years were going to be different than the same shit we've seen the last 15 years. It's one of the worst scams of all time. King Lowski nails it. Tell her to pay you, Charles. The financial department. The financial department of what? Ripping you off? Let me bring on someone that can give you some salient advice. Beast, what should Charles do here?
Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Not 1 minute. Park your ass right down and tell her, hey, you march over here first. You do that first. Don't get scammed like that, okay? I know how it feels to get kicked in the nuts and ask for more. Just take my advice. Don't do it. Don't. Do you hear me, Gorman? You hear me loud? Clear? Gorman, I hope you hear me loud and clear. Don't you fall for that scam, because I know how it is nowadays. You don't think I don't know how stupid? You don't think I don't know how this shit works? It's simple. All you got to do is pay attention. See, they're scammers nowadays. You don't think we got this? Come on. We got these. We got Android. We got iPhones. We got all this sort of crazy shit. You got to be careful nowadays. You don't know if they can take your number or not. Or you don't
Would you silence?
Or should I do one of these?
Charles, you're being scammed, buddy. You were being scammed. There's no way you actually think this person is real that you're communicating with, that you've never met. Gorman. What? Charles.
I'm talking to her. She told me she was busy. She's a night nurse to prove that I'm legal.
Charles, you're being scammed, dude. You are being scammed.
Well, I just lost all my freaking money because of this bitch.
Well, how much did you pay this person?
Too damn much.
What are you doing, Charles? Now you're never going to hear from this person again. They're going to take your money and now, boom, they're gone on to the next victim. How much did you pay this person? That you don't have a job. Why is it your job to give some random girl who's not even a girl? It's a guy on the other side of the phone scamming you.
I heard her voice. It was a woman.
It's not a way. Have you heard of AI? Have you watched this show and seen what Gator has done with people's voices? It's not a real person.
It wasn't Gator. It was an actual female voice.
Oh my God. Of course it's not Gator scamming you. You're being scammed, Charles. How much did you pay this woman?
Too damn much.
How much? $70? Is that why you requested that from me?
Yes.
More than that?
Yes.
How much? How much did you pay this fake woman?
I heard her real voice.
Not real. Fake. You are being scammed. Listen to Leanie. She says, Charles, you're sweet for wanting to help, but I promise you this is a scam. I'm sorry. Where's Dave Brigga? We need Brigga's insight on this. You were scammed, Charles. What is it saying to you? I'm not referring to her as a her. It's not a her. It's an it.
That's not nice, Jake.
I don't care about being nice. This person just ripped you off for who knows how much money. You won't say. You are being scammed, and Purple Belt Mike will tell you how.
Charles, I literally help people that have been victimized from this almost weekly. This is called a romance scam. If you look up a romance scam, this is what it is. I can try and help you, but I need you to not be frozen. How long ago did you send the money? I don't even know if you could hear me, so it's a waste of time, I guess.
I sent it today, Mike.
You sent it today?
Yes.
Okay. What did you use? Did you use like Venmo?
Cash App, Bitcoin address.
Bitcoin?
Yeah.
No, you're not getting your money back, dude. I can't help you.
Thank you.
Use this as a learning experience, though, man. Like, you have to see the person to know that they're real. It's common. It's very common for the Nigerians. This is like a Nigerian MO for their romance scams. They befriend you. They try to get you to think who they are, and then little by little, then they start requesting money and whatever. You're lucky it's not all your money. I've had victims millions of dollars. So, at least the positive, that's not it. But a rule of thumb, if it smells like shit, don't step in it. Kind of the same thing when you're talking to someone online. If you're not really talking to them, if you don't see them, and they're most likely not real. Does that make sense?
Charles, I need you to not be distracted and listen to Mike because he's giving you real advice here. All right, this is real. You're being scammed. Be lucky. Is it only $70? Because I'm sure if I could put the Venmo link in the chat right now, everyone could donate $1 and you'll be back at $70 in no time. How much money is it?
Over 100.
How much? Give me an exact number, and we will probably get it done right now. If you swear to everyone watching the show, you will not be scammed by anyone that is fake trying to get your money again.
Let me check. Let me go to my bank
So,
account.
and Charles, I want you to do this. IC3.gov. That's the internet crimes that you report to the FBI. Report that, please. And I want to know the Discord username and the Bitcoin wallet. Put all that shit in the IC3 report. Matter of fact, I gotta talk to you off of this thing. I gotta talk to you on Discord, dude.
Charles, stay on the screen and tell me how much money you sent to this fake person immediately. Now, I need to see a receipt. Send me a proof in the Discord right now. Message me. Block this person and stop the nonsense. Stop it. Immediately. Stop it right away. Need to know the person. How much money did you send this fake it? How much money? Answer the question, Charles. I know you're there on the other side of the phone. Oh, my God. Charles Gorman. No one's going to help you unless you tell us. Farewell. He's clearly being scammed. I mean, good Lord. Good Lord. Nick, block the person. Sale on this show took a turn. Latino Will. Charles, listen, I've been a victim of this because I was young and stupid. The boss would use a woman. They do Bitcoin gift cards. It's not trackable. I lost $100+ in it. If it's only $100, Charles, that's not in the grand scheme of things that big of a deal. Nick says, what if Charles is the scammer and setting us up? Oscar towards the Charles Fund. I mean, this is crazy. And he was asking for more money. He came on asking $70 from me. Chris J, I changed my vote to Big Fella. Rick Kent, I hope Charles takes this as a learning moment. I mean, it's all you could hope for. Unreal. Doug in the corner next. Hello, Doug.
I mean, if we just want to Venmo random strangers, I'm at least real.
Yeah, just unreal.
I feel bad for the guy. Like, he's clearly getting scammed. He probably saw this hot chick on one of the dating apps.
He asked for $1,000 first. I don't even remember that.
I heard him say $1,000 at one point.
And then he requested 70 for me on Venmo here.
I mean, I'm happy with a free shirt, but like I did finally get a new job, so that starts soon. So I will be out of the unemployment line. I know Dave Brigo was worried about me being in the unemployment line, so I will shortly be out of the unemployment line.
Oh my God, he sent way more than a couple $100. He just sent me some screenshots here.
He definitely sent at least $1,000.
He sent. I mean, this is at least what one. I mean, this is at least $500-600 right here. Just looking at it immediately. Looking at it here.
I'm telling you, he probably like met this girl.
This person he's messaging with, Isabel, has no profile picture. Gorman, you got to be kidding me that you got duped by this. Oh my God.
Poor guy. I do feel bad for him.
I do too, but it's just stupidity at the finest.
But then him asking, like, I feel bad for him. Then him asking for more money is like, Charles, what are you doing?
Oh my God.
I'm sure there's a lot of guys on the show who have been duped by bots or like fake accounts before. It happens. It happens. People get duped. But like when people are telling you this is bullshit. Sorry for the language if there's any kids watching. I know this is a children's show. If you get duped, you gotta know, and people are telling you you've been duped. Don't keep going into the dupe. Like, get out of it. And I don't think Charles just isn't understanding that he got duped and can't handle that. And just, I feel bad for him, but he's got to learn, like, hey, I messed up. I read the situation wrong. It happens. It happens to all of us. But you got to move on and like not understand what's going on, Charles. Poor guy.
Yeah, I mean, he got ripped off more than we did as Jet fans for this. There's no other way.
Exactly. But like again, if we again on the main track, if we want to Venmo people, I would love to get some dinner. So and again, I am not fake. I'm not going to scam anybody. I am here. I am not a fake girl. No, I will not make you horny.
I mean, for this to happen on the day he's in the Sweet 16 too, just unbelievable. Addison is up next. Addison, what is happening here?
Jake, my call was going to go a lot differently than this before all of these events transpired. All you can do is feel bad for the guy. That obviously sucks. I was going to come on here and say vote for Big Fella because we are all afraid of Stankenstein and Tutenheimer, but Charles might need the win after this. But at the same time, this might be the last appearance of Charles Gorman once, Dennis and Roseanne find out about this. And hopefully everything's okay in that department, but damn. Obviously this takes the forefront over what the large event is going on right now, but Charles. Damn.
Hold on 1 second, Addison, because he called back in. So let me get Charles back up here. Charles,
yes,
you need to block this person immediately. Do not give them any more money. You understand?
Yes.
That you're being scammed. And
I should have put my foot down.
How did you I don't understand. Why you sent me some screenshots here of all these receipts. You kept sending more and more money. What was this person saying they needed? I don't understand how you got duped here.
But I was gonna get paid back or some shit. And then I heard a voice, a female-like voice, and
it wasn't real. They were duping you with a fake voice.
I was an idiot, Jake. My parents warned me about this shit, and I failed.
You cannot talk to strangers on the internet, Charles. You understand?
Yes.
Did you block this person?
I'm gonna block her right now.
Do it. And then hold on. How much total money is this roughly here? Because I can't do the math as I'm on the air right now because there's a ton of payments here. Is this over $1,000, Charles? Is that why you asked for 1,000 at the beginning? Answer the question. Also, get me the scammer's Discord name so we can report that as well. All right. I can't do crime scene investigations as I'm trying to do a show about the Jets. So, Charles, you handle that. Talk to Purple about Mike. He'll help you. All right. Mike deals with this stuff for a living without saying what he does. All right. Bigger scam than Tremaine Johnson. Cynthia says, in a good way, he asked us and we told him the truth. Imagine if he didn't ask us. I mean, at first I thought he was kidding with an April Fool's joke at first. And then you can see the look on his face. It was like, no, this is real. Flight Boss. I'm not changing my vote, Charles. Well, I don't know if Charles cares about his Maniac Madness right now, but he's in a battle right now. It's 50-50. You can tell this is still a Jet show with the Tremaine Johnson comment, though. Amazing. Rick Kent. Charles, millions of people are scammed like this. You're not alone, but you have to know you cannot let this happen again. Yeah, this has got to be a learning experience for you, Charles. That's it. Well, we've had drama in Asmaniac Madness. Not like this, though. Let's check in with the birthday girl. Sarah, happy birthday before who knows where the show goes next. But I do want to wish you a happy birthday.
It's another year older. It's like every other day, really.
How old are you now? 23?
23. Oh, Jackie boy. No, I'm 35.
You don't look a day over 35.
Oh,
or, I mean, 25.
thank you. Thank you. You're distracted with this news that we've just learned. Yeah,
and big fella. That's so nice of you, big fella. I wish you just sent him the Venmo directly. Don't give YouTube a cut of this. All right. I'll make sure we get this to Charles. But
big fella's such a good dude.
Charles, I need your Venmo. All right, let me look it up. I'll put it in the chat. People want to throw Charles some money. God. Charles Venmo. Let's see. It is Charles Venmo is at Charles Gorman 27. Charles, you should have a profile picture of you in your Venmo so people know it's you if people are going to want to support you here. Big fella, that's incredibly nice of you. Oh my God. All right.
Big fella.
I'm now questioning all the money I've sent Charles. He didn't need money for the movies or for dinner. He needed money for this person that's scamming you. That's what all this is.
My heart aches for Charles right now. Charles, please, whatever you do, delete that person out of your life. That's all I'm going to say. Let's move on.
Amen. Sarah, happy birthday.
Thanks, Jakey boy.
All right. This show is an odd one, folks. No doubt. Big fella, I'm coming to you next. Incredibly nice of you, man.
Hey, man, I just wanted to say, I appreciate all the support and everything. You guys kept it 50-50 with the #1 seed, and I appreciate that. But I will concede this race because I don't want to win like this, especially, with what he's going through. I would rather, him have at least something that he could look forward to than getting scammed by some fucking asshole, So, I concede. I appreciate all your support and everything, but,
You can't concede. You're not conceding.
I have to. No, I have to.
No, you can't.
Some things are more important. You know what I mean? I
don't want Charles doesn't deserve to advance if you concede here. Yeah, him getting catfish is not your responsibility.
No, but I can't kick a person when they're down, bro. That's just not who I am.
You're not kicking it when you're down. If you win, you win. You move on to the next round, and you compete against either King Lowski or Dave Briga. You had a chance to win this thing even before all this happened. It was 50-50 when he went to dinner.
I know, but look, Charles is a special person. Okay, I can't. And for someone to take advantage of him, I wish I was the real Batman because I go and destroy them. But this is just, I can't do that to him. I really can't. Fine. If I win, I win. But vote for Charles. Okay, vote for Charles to advance because
God, Charles is up 51-49 right now, big fella.
Good. Vote for Charles. Vote for Charles because, I'm not going to kick a guy when he's down. Vote for him.
Big fella, very nice of you. I posted Charles Venmo in the chat multiple times. Send it to him directly. Ted, I saw you just sent me a Venmo. I'll redirect it to Charles. It's just brutal. Charles, you got scammed, man. Hopefully you learn from this. That's all you could do. More calls. Artie's on the line. What's up, Artie?
Hey, Jake. How you doing? Charles, you got a lot of people that care about you right in this community. Before you do anything, talk to Addison. Talk to Nick Shines. Get their opinion about what you should do about certain things. And that's either meeting people in person or sending money or whatever. Talk to them. You got a good group here of people that really do care about you. And all the ball busted and everything that goes on in here is all for fun. Big fella is unbelievable. What a good dude. This dude also, he did therapy on Beastbreaker. Remember the therapy he did with Beastbreaker, trying to get him to calm down? And B-Mac trying to help him be more likable. And now this with Charles just shows what kind of quality person big fella actually is. Whoever wins, wins. But anyway, it's a real bummer that Charles went through this. So many people go through it. There's people of all walks of life that are as maniacs. There are people that are recovering drug addicts that had nothing, that turned their life around. There are people that are so lonely that they do stupid shit like Charles did. It happens all the time. So don't feel bad, Charles. Don't be ashamed. Do what everybody said. Learn from it. You'll grow from it. And, you know, if it don't happen again, you got off cheap. Like Purple Belt Mike says, there are people that lose millions, that lose their life savings, lose their homes, lose their lives. You could grow from this to be better, Charles. So I'm sure you'll get the help you need.
Amen.
Anyway.
Good call. Good call, Artie. You're 100% right. I don't know the total amount here because it's at least a couple $100, though, which in the grand scheme of things, you know, Charles is not going to be out on the street. But you can see that's why he's needed the money. That's what all this money nonsense was. That's why he frantically was calling me like 2 weeks ago for money for dinner and all this other stuff. The popcorn being, instead of $10, it ended up being, what, like $40. But we are not allowing Big Fella to concede. That is not happening. It is 50-50 right now. This show's about to end. So if we need overtime, so be it. We'll go to overtime if need be. Now, Addison, I didn't mean to cut your call short.
It's all good.
But we're coming back to you before we close polling. We find out who's moving on.
I wanted to change the mood and show everyone the newest Asmaniac, Jake. This is Smokey right here. I just got him the other day. And vote for Big Fella or Charles, whoever. Charles deserves the win after this, but I hope he can come back on screen again, but don't expect him to see him call in if he makes it to the Elite Eight. I mean, damn. Damn. I mean, that's all you can say at the end of it. It's just damn. And Charles, you don't deserve it. No one does. And it sucks that it happened to one of our own, but hopefully Dennis goes easy on him. That's all I can say.
Not great.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of other things are more important than a tournament and football. And we all do, not all of us, but a good amount of us really do care about Charles. And this just sucks so much. And hopefully he learns from this, like a lot of people are saying. And I know that the power of the Asmaniacs and the Shiners, that we can assist him if it comes to that. Charles, I'm here for you.
Addison, well said. Also, quick comment here. Alan wrote that Charles Gorman should take a 3-month hiatus. We would love it if you did that, Alan. Please. In fact, I'll pay you to not watch this show. That'd be awesome. All right. Let's close the polling here. We're almost 2 hours in. It's 50-50. 10 seconds on the clock. Last chance to cast your vote in our Sweet 16 matchup, unlike anything we have ever seen before. Charles, I got scammed Gorman against the big, I'm the nicest person ever fella. Cast your vote because the poll is officially closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the winner is the big fella, 50-49. A 1 seat goes down. 701 votes. You do the math. It came within a couple of votes. But it is the big fella somehow, some way, in one of the craziest matchups we will ever see, advancing to the Elite Eight. And he tried to say he wanted to concede. That ain't happening. Big fella moves on to the Elite Eight. He is in the regional final.
He's home, his bell is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, his bell is on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. He calls the show, his bell is on the bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the jets, super jets. Where's a big fella, sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed. Where's a big fella?
I was just texting you. Thank you everybody for voted for me. I really do appreciate it, 100%. And after talking with the chat and, you know, Jake and everybody, I'm not conceited, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. All right, Charles. You're right. I mean, see, when I see somebody, I want to help them right away. You know what I mean? That's just me. Like, it doesn't matter if, you know, where you live or who you are. If I see somebody in trouble, I'm going to try and help them regardless. And, you know, that's where that came to mind. Okay. Like I was going to concede because I didn't want him to feel bad, you know, but then the chat was like, well, you did all this stuff. And I was like, well, you know, you're right. You know, so, and he is 30 now and he does have to learn. And I did help him out with that, but you know, he's got to be more confident. And that was this whole exercise that we had today with the whole Batman suit and trying to get him comfortable. He's got to be that way all the time. And we got to be there for him to actually help him through, you know, because I don't know. He's a good guy. He gets a little out of hand sometimes, but we got to be able to, we got to be able to show him the right way and not be scammed by assholes like this. And I just want to thank everybody for voting for me. And I look forward to whoever I'm facing, Lowski or Briga, two legends going at it. And you guys, you know, go for it. You know, that's all I got to say. I love the show. I love the chat. I love the Asmaniacs. And, you know, Charles, if you need us, we'll be there for you. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the big fella is moving on to the Elite Eight. The first Asmaniac to advance to the regional final. That's a show. Congrats to the big fella. He earned it. Thanks to everyone who gifted a membership. I'll put the Venmo for Charles in the chat. I'm sure we'll have more info on everything on the show tomorrow. All right. Send Charles $5 if you have the means to do it. It all adds up. Unreal. All right. We're back tomorrow. Hopefully no more of our listeners get catfished / scammed. Don't want that. Love all of you. The show was a weird one, but we got through it. At the buzzer here, a super chat from Rat Diddy. Charles, good learning lesson. We're fam here. We'll help you out. You need to call back and learn from this. I don't know if I read this from Dre, but he's wishing Sarah a happy birthday. Some nice messages from Charles there. All right. Again, thank you all. We're back tomorrow. Our king is in action against One Punch Dave Briga. And then in the afternoon, Peter Castro, We the People. I end the show with a message from the Peter Castro campaign. Hit it.
Oh shit.
Now that, my friends, now that is what I call real comedy.